Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sergio6. I am a streamer and VTuber, although I can roughly guess that. And today I'm going to be playing Elden Ring. Last time I played this game, I just barely beat the final boss with the help of Fire Knight Tilda. And doing the boss run. This time with another one of my favorite characters, who funnily is also dragon related, Jeanne the Jalter. Now, as you can see, I am going to be doing a bit of prep work before I start playing her, like, officially. That is, I am going to start playing. And, well, I was expecting to do quite a lot of farming, but I pretty much got the armors. I got one of the major armor sets I was looking for, like right off bat. Where is it? Where is it? Nox, Sorceress, Greaves. There they are. Yep, this is one of my go-tos when I do this character. When I do this character or like Saber, this is my general go-to. It looks close enough to be. It looks close enough to what she wears. Dresses in mostly black, has a cape. The other one is of course the Fire Knight setup, which I think does work. Which does work because it's pretty nice match for Jalter's armor piece, like her chest piece and her cape. The only thing is I'm kind of missing a helm, which is where I suppose either this one or the mouth or the winged serpent helm, or the iron rivet, which I forgot to collect from that iron rivet guy down in Shadow of the Earth Tree. I know where he is, so I can just go get him at like any time I want, I guess. I think it works better as like a helm piece. Although I could just get a little winged serpent helm because it boosts like fire knight damage and stuff like that. Did you drop anything? Not this time. What a sad. Well, I don't think I need the Nox. Technically speaking, I don't need the Nox Sorceress. Gauntlets as well, or gloves, or whatever you call them. Technically speaking, I don't need that, but I did say this was going to be a prep work stream. Roar! I think, was that a frost prop or item drop? Okay, so I'm just, yeah, this was an executive decision I made to do some farming. Sorry, just let me find my voice again. Me. Yes, you are seeing there is the giant dragon bleeding at you. Let's go. Yep, just hold still. Yep. Did you drop anything? No, you didn't. Okay, that's fine. I was some torrent here to make a quick little mad dash back to the side of Grace, but It's 4 and you don't need it. So yeah, I guess I'm going to talk a little bit about the kind of build I'm planning to do, and yeah, why I'm doing this like now. Mostly because I was going to like respec to something that it actually used. Respec to use Mesmer Spear, but small problem. That means lowering my arcane down by a bunch, since it's basically a dead stat. And even though Jalter is called like a dragon, which she doesn't actually use very many dragons. No, I'm kind of closer. There we go. Despite being a dragon, which she doesn't use that many like proper dragon spells, except like summon dragons, which regrettably is a thing you can't really do much of in Elden Ring, except very specifically for the DLC Spirit Ash Florisax. I think it's Floris. I think she's called Florisax. Yeah. And the arcane stat is pretty good for item drops. Like, normally this grind takes me like hours to get these item sets on a new game. To the point that sir, why don't you play the game on like why don't you play the game on like PC and save it? That's a brilliant idea. Something I'd be interested in doing as soon as I actually get a PC that can run this game well in the first place. Because you might have noticed from my government streams, but I have had periodic performance hiccups. Periodic performance hiccups with just this laptop. Due to budget limitations, this is pretty much the best I've got. And yeah, which means no save editing from me, sadly. I have to do this the old-fashioned way, running back and forth between sides of races, and hoping for the best out of these low drop rates, because like, I got pretty lucky there, and I wonder if it might be better to just like, I think it might be better to just go straight for the Fire Knight, so we can get the Fire Knight skirt, whatever they call it. More dragon. Mock Sorceress Armor again. We're just gonna be stacking these for the whole stream, aren't we? Yeah, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna make this the entire stream. I do actually want to get into the fun stuff. I do want to like beat a couple of bosses first. New game plus focusing on just the major remembrance bosses. Which means we're probably not gonna go again to like those other side dungeons, you know, like what's it called? Side dungeons like the Peninsula and stuff like that. Also, let me... Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Yep, let's do this. Yep, I think this may be better. At least in terms... Okay, now I'm just gonna have to get used to that. My avatar making little funny faces like that. Maybe it's better for content too. I'm just gonna keep it that way. Let's hello, may I have your gloves, please? Item drop. I saw an item drop. I was hoping for your gauntlets. Oh. I think I'll spend like maybe 5 more minutes here. Nah, maybe just another like few passes will be good, I think. So yeah, I wanted to focus on like the major remembrance boxes, just and you're gonna click a little walking tool around the lands between. How did I get the helm, not like the actual like gloves? Oh. Hello there, giant ant. I wish to acquire the gloves worn by your rider. Was it a frost proc? Yeah, I think it was just a frost proc. It's pretty funny to proc. Yeah, I think it is pretty funny to have frost proc when your avatar like when you die. It's just like now I can deal extra damage to like SFE buffs who's just gonna be spawning in a few seconds. Another frost proc. No item drop there. I'm actually gonna try walking up there and seeing what that does. Look at that. Ow. Well. Very interesting that the attacks still go, the AoE still like, that the splash attack still goes off when you like get knocked out in mid-animation. Very interesting still that I'm getting so many item drops. I'm so glad I decided to farm stuff before like starting over the new game plus. And the choice was pretty hard for me to make. Like it was either what is it called? This or the Death Knight Lightning build, which I think is my favorite overall build just in the game. Lightning spells are pretty fun, and Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike is a very, very nice, like, big boss killer type attack. Hey, hello, giant ant. I'd like to say... Nope, still nothing. You know what, maybe I can just worry about this, like, fine, last attempt, and then I'm gonna go with Fire Knights, and then I'm going to reclass my character, which will be mostly on the fire range. Yeah, Night Maidens, I'm getting everything but the actual, like, gloves. Like, come to think of it, why does, I know that the original, like, the older Souls games have similar item drops like this, but, why exactly, I would like to know why exactly, how do I, she must have been backwards or something. Nice and easy, definitely, without me almost fighting over and losing my, like, I'm gonna lose that Brave Rune anyways, and, like, when I hit the new game plus button, but there's better ways to lose it than just trying to greed kills with, like, a point-blank dragon spell. And since I won't need this anymore, I think, did I knock her, like, knock her into the AoE or something? Because shouldn't she, like, fly backwards and then just take, the damage over not damage over time, but, like, I guess it's more of a multi-hit type attack. Spell. You want to think of your sort things? Now, how about that? Huh? Huh? Oh, we're expecting big reckoning, huh? Huh? Trying to kill me with your fancy sharp wood sword thing? Well, too bad. Man, I really gotta think of my burn skills. I also just saw in my inventory that I didn't like use up in the what's it called? The irises. The thing about it is that I can either item drop. Oh, another crown. Using those, I do know that I can get like I think it's the Arts of Grace that gives you the that gives you the spirit at either I forget which. Spirit you can either choose to get a spirit badge by basically robbing some either you rob some of their vision or give them of their vision of grace or give them like grace visions. And then they'll be like, oh no, they can't see anything, it's so dark and scary. Or, oh, I can see everything, this is wonderful. And one of those options even drops their signature weapon, or their signature weapon, or themselves as a spirit ash. And you can kind of... And Yolan is, I think, a good spirit ash, especially when paired with her, like, sister. But I also do want to consider taking a potential sidearm. Since I'm using a faith-heavy dex build, or I guess more actually a faith dex build, and since Jalter just has, like, a little... I think since Jalter uses, like, a straight sword, it would be more sense to take a straight sword as like a sidearm. Looking at the sidearm is also a bit troublesome in this game because this is a pretty heavy spear. Like, look at that. We remove it and get like a whole like 10 plus points down in terms of like in terms of weight. Instantly go down to light load. And let's go, please. I didn't think it actually I didn't think it could just go lighter without actually touching the mount. Huh. Hitbox shenaniganery. In any case, I think that's enough of that. Where is the storehouse for store? I think the New Game Plus playthrough will be pretty quick. Like, just in comparison, because it is pretty much just like, what am I thinking of? It is pretty much just running from boss to boss and doing all the content you're interested in. And being honest, I don't actually... Whoopsie daisy. Being honest, I don't actually want to redo some of the content. Like, I don't actually want to... Stay near me, please. I don't want to do exploring the underground and looking for and going all the way to where, like, what's his name? You know that Death Dragon, the Lich Dragon Fortisex, I think? Yeah, that kind of content that just pretty roundabout to get to not a very satisfying boss to fight. In fact, I should do a boss tier list. Because I keep forgetting that I'm like a content creator now, a YouTuber, which means I get to do the fun stuff like tier lists. I think I put this thing up to like a pretty solid opinion on all major bosses. Man, why do these guys always just drop like smoothing stones? Always the smoothing stones, never the fit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think I have enough. I think I have enough in general to work with, and I actually should sort out my process a bit more. Like, what do I want to do? I want to use this flaming spear. I want to build it into something crazy. It's probably starting weapon dash, as well as using like a lot of like big flaming skills. I think, come on, I don't need the helm. I need your glove. I need your trousers or pants or skirt or whatever it is you wear. Come on, please. I beg of you. Please, I beg. Yeah, so what I want to do for my clan, take the spear, take the Fire Knight seal when I switch back to it. Maybe find myself like a nice straight sword or a night sword, or maybe even just a flamberge, since that is pretty appropriate. Probably not like Queenline sword, because that is like I think that's a great sword, and I don't have the stamina to like facilitate that. I think, or at least I won't have, or at least it's gonna be like a big strain on my on my weight, or maybe it'll be fine if I just keep the 30 endurance. Apparently I can, maybe it'll be fine. Let me check colossal swords. No, I can wield the colossal weapons too as a sidearm. Never mind, we're probably gonna be fine. Although it does also scale like off strength best. Pretty much gonna have to like more strength users to like just use the weapon. Okay, this time drop your gloves. I mean trousers. Ah, darn it. I should also remind myself, after this is done, I am going to, go back to the Land of Shadows, maybe clear out maybe just clear out the remaining boots on the map in those grave places, those like super secret tombs or whatever. Mostly just for the weapons, even if I have like no plans to use them. Another item drop from him. And it's another smithing stone. Yay! I love when these guys just drop like loads of smithing stones and not like any of the actual valuable rewards on them, when you're most likely overcome with smithing stones in the first place, just by what it takes to, actually reach this point. It's just a little unfortunate that it happens. Turn around. Was there another item drop? I don't think it was. No, it wasn't. The thing as well is that I'm pretty sure this helm I'm wearing, also like boost. Yeah, it does boost arcane a little bit, which is a slight boost to your endurance. Boost the power of throwing pots. I'm pretty sure I did pick up the silver scarab item, didn't I? Yeah, I should have been using this. It's amazing that I got all those like item drops without the silver scarab as well. Where is silver contenders? Because I'm getting a little tired, you know. I don't think I'm playing around anymore, Mr. Fire Knight. I'm wearing your full attire post haste. That is not your full attire. Not even close. No. In fact, I know what I can do after I get this last bit of equipment. I can. I forgot what I was gonna say. Now I remember. I can, once I finish the build, I can test it on those tomb warriors or whatever. Another item drop. And another smithing stone. Excellent. I sure am glad this is what I'm using. I sure am glad. Maybe I should have done this off stream in preparation. I did figure I want to do this off stream, but I actually meant to start much earlier this stream, but a lot of different complications happened. When that my instructor wasn't working, or rather, my laptop wasn't picking up my capture card, so another item drop. So I had to I got enough fire armor. Incredible. But yeah, my capture card wasn't being picked up. It was eventually fixed by just swapping the ports around. Technically this is supposed to be a USB 3 capable capture card. It's entirely possible that this generic one isn't actually USB 3, and that the high bit rate I'm supposed to be getting isn't actually all that high. Maybe I should have gotten maybe I should get an Elgato one of these days, you know, one of those what I need to put on the capture cards. Instead of a generic solution that I'm not even sure is still available to buy. Another smithing stone! Pop. Pop, pop, pop. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! This time for sure, I am definitely going to get the entire set. Boreal's Eve this time, my luck is good. I can see you dropped an item as well. And it is more smithing stones, I apologize. This doesn't seem to be going anywhere, so I think I'll elaborate a little bit on why I chose this kind of build. And some of the weird quirks and contradictions that will come with it. So this character, Jeanne d'Arc, Jeanne d'Arc based off of basically an evil inversion of the original Jeanne d'Arc, or rather the interpretation of it as this holy saint, right? She's this holy saint waving around her standard banner. Interesting character. Jeanne d'Arc herself was a pretty cool person and figure. Her history is she's just so sick of her own history. But yeah, this is the evil version where instead of believing in God or being this devout saint, she's basically a clone brought forth from hatred from was her closest follower, Jalter, who in fate was revealed to be like after like after like Jeanne was like executed for like on basically false charges. Gilles completely lost his faith in God and became like this total, just like evil, just total degenerate. Not because of like, mostly just to prove whether or not God was real. And he didn't believe that he was, because how could anyone just like let someone like that, like that? So shenanigans happens, and he obtains the Holy Grail. And with it, he manages to create or to recreate a blasphemous version of Jeanne as an avenger, filled with the burning and filled with the resentments and hatreds that come with being burned with like false charges by your enemy, who did everything they could to humiliate you in the process. So yeah, now we have this like evil virgin who can also, by the way, just summon dragons. That's just a thing she can do. For this game, we won't translate her more to someone like, just like generic dragons, but for some reason the devs thought it would be pretty like awkward or bad to have like an actual proper like dragon like main ones you fight as field bosses. Yeah, Jalter could probably summon those, although it's not really something she's done well in like any of her like recent appearances, except besides potentially Ordeal Call 1. I still haven't, start Ordeal Call 2, I still haven't gone to that chapter yet in FGO, but it's just one of her abilities. But aside from her dragon abilities, what she is known for is producing fiery spikes from the ground. Ones filled with fire and hatred, like literal fire. And she uses a lot of like pyromancy attacks. And because of this, I figured this would be pretty easy to translate into Elden Ring. Now, as a consequence, her fate stat is going to be pretty high, which, yes, in fairness, it is a bit of a contradiction when Jalter herself, like, even like her character description states that she doesn't like have any like fate left. She can't hear the voice of God or God force anymore. She's just like on her own, doing her own thing, and she's just like, well, if God's real, I'm gonna be punished for all these evil like crimes and for all these war crimes I'm doing, right? So yeah, she does all these war crimes, and some years pass, and Jalter's just like break out popularity. Eventually, she's made into a playable character. Doing an event that funnily is about like whether or not counterfeit versions of people do have the right to stand proud as their originals. And yes, that event does also have Archer from Stay Night, because he is pretty relevant to that whole theme. And then during that event, I did actually manage to roll her pretty easily, and then I built her, and then I started using these game characters, which went by pretty nicely because of her big attack, which in theory also means I should be spinning into strength. Now that I say that out loud, she should be like a strength. She should really be a strength heavy build. Like a big strength, big faith build. I think big strength would be halberd, but because of the reasons why, this halberd scales primarily with dex and faith rather than strength. And it is a bit of a fun choice, given that most other strength weapons, given that fire scales best with the strength stat, which makes it a little bit awkward, but then again, it is A plus, which means in any reaction, you will eventually into strength again. Like once I hit all the like soft caps for Dex and Fate. Once that's done, I can then just like flex into whatever. And this might influence my sidearm choices as well because I can't just pick. Because I was initially going to be worried about like, oh no, I can't equip these multiple heavy weapons together. I'm also just remembering that like, actually no, it kind of doesn't really matter. I don't think I'm gonna hit break. I don't think I'm gonna hit like the break point for going into heavy range. And even then, I think the problem will correct itself if I just like, okay, that's the gauntlets. Where are they? Where are they? Nope, I think I just saw them. Yep, yep, once. I'm gonna take this lift up. So where was I with Jalter? Right, so yeah, I think this was the best compromise I could do because this weapon and like the whole firearm instead of just kind of is a very good match for pretty much Jalter's entire thing. Yeah, I've been here so long, it's actually turned to nighttime. I think it's the best compromise I can probably manage for right now. I think because this weapon is just so close to what Jeanne can actually do in the game. And I think it kind of matches with Mesmer as well, because he himself is an Avenger of sorts. I'm already getting at the point where I'm to send the lift back up. He is an Avenger of sorts. Yeah, he did start up with like a whole like genocide, a whole imperialistic march against like an enemy faction. But he is also an Avenger. He is also Avenger adjacent, because he is like carrying a lot of like anger and hatred over his just general situation. What if they try XX2K instead? Ow. Yeah, he is carrying a lot of anger and hatred. And it is targeted. Technically, it doesn't have to be targeted to be an adventure. It's a little like lore thing, but I think what the requirement is to be an adventure is to have like a desire to take revenge against something. It doesn't have to be like a specific person or like entity or like collective or whatever. It just has to like exist. Jalter does have the desire. I don't remember the exact specifics. I think it was just because I think it was just like that's an extension of Jalter's revenge seeking. Jalter, for some reason, targeted like France specifically instead of English. I think it might have been that. I think it might have been something to do with like what's it called? I think yeah, it might have been that when she was like defeated and captured, it might have been that it might have been what either in his mind or somebody in history that I just overlooked that she might have been sold into. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. That could be possible because like this is something that I'm sort of into, so I don't know what's like the situation or like an actual real historical figure or two of them rather. I got the Fire Knight's great sword before I got the rest of the pit. I didn't know you guys could drop that. I guess I don't actually need Quaylen's sword now. But I'm gonna go get it. But I'm gonna go grab it anyways, I think. Yeah. But yeah, for whatever reason, instead of like targeting the English who, did all that against who, humiliated her and like executed her on like actual lethal charges that they just eventually gave up and made up because she just could, because they couldn't like outwit her in court, like legally. For some reason, she targets France, which brings actual Jeanne d'Arc back as a spokesperson, which I think was pretty interesting. And that's pretty much most of what I remember of the movie Young's chapter. Um, yeah, it is pretty like interesting as well. Technically, I could also do like Jeanne d'Arc, like just a regular Jeanne F-Go cosplay build because I think it is pretty easy to just like facilitate that in a way. You do have options like, I think I'm in past it. You have the Commander Standard, which rallying standard is just like all the typical like raise your standard, man. We charge and fight type like Englishman's game rock. And it's pretty much just like better golden boutsman knowledge. Oh, there we go. That's the fit complete. Mostly complete. I don't think there's any other item drops for me to worry about at this RNG ones. So let's make our way down to Ronald's place and get ourselves a reclass. Yeah.
Adam.
Now let's see. I think I'm gonna have my figure starting at 50. I don't think I'll need a lot of mind either. Actually, no, yes, I kinda do, because I'm gonna be using spells with this build. Endurance is gonna stick with the same. You do want a lot of endurance for, especially for Mesmer's Assault, because that attack just chews through a lot of stamina to the point where I might actually equip the Green Turtle Talisman in place of a damaging base talisman. Hang on, I don't think. Yep, Mesmer the Impaler. Because I kinda forgot what the starting strength is on Mesmer Spear. Let me check. Let me just check real quick. Starting strength 14. Yep. Let's put our dex at 40 and our faith at... Let's have it set at 60. Endurance at 40 is going to be pretty good. I think we have the room to pursue more faith. Yep. I think 80 faith for now is probably going to be it's probably going to be a little bit overkill. And in terms of mind, I probably don't. Why not? Let's just go for let's just stick to 40 mind. 40 endurance, 50 vigor, which is going to be a lot. Yep, 50 vigor, which is I think gonna be enough for base new game. I can get the remaining like 10 stats off of like just like regular level ups fighting the bosses. Yeah, technically for the Impaler build, I do theoretically want to like theoretically want to like have higher dex just to use the actual like melee weapons more. And because of like, how do you call it? And I think because of the charged heavy, which is a throwing attack, you're not. Oh yeah, another thing, you're not going to be relying as much on charged heavies on this build. So yeah, I think this is going to be a decent stat line. And if it's not, I have plenty of larval tears by my side. Yep, got ourselves a free emote too. Emote. I mean gesture. And no need to worry about cosmetics, because I'm already... because I'm already like packing a lot of the right cosmetics. Right, so since I'm not going to be using breath attacks anymore, let's mix Wanderer's Physics. Now I'm going to be relying on stance breaks, and going to be dealing primarily fire damage, so let's do that. We're going to keep the damage negation open. We're going to keep it openly and harsh here. I think just to keep ourselves nice and healthy. Anything else I can use here? In theory, I could theoretically use the multi-attack talisman because Mesmer's Assault is a multi-hit attack, I'm pretty sure. If I just like keep spamming that, it could theoretically work out, but I think it'll be more reliable to use the equally harsh here, just to give myself just a little extra boost in defense. Memorize spells. We're going to be clearing out all the dragon spells, of course. And we're going to be using the fire spells. Catch Flame is a really powerful like DPS tool spell, but it's for cowards, so I'm not gonna use it. In theory, I could use a lot of these spells still because of how like strong they are, but I think what you saw on like previous streams is that I think when I get like it is pretty easy to like lose track of your spells because you have too many at once equipped. So I think Mesmer's Fireball, I think Fire Step to Mesmer's Ward, Mesmer's Dunk, if you call it that. I think that's going to. I think that'll pretty much do. What else can I use? I think Burn of Flame is actually pretty relevant to the build. Multi-rail words. Yeah, I think this will do us. I think this will do us plenty. I'll just take a look at the other spells. And yep. I'm pretty sure that Slow's Divine Fortification, Barrier of Gold, the other great fortification spells are somewhere in the map. I just don't feel like checking them out, sorry. In theory, I should equip, since I'm using a faith build, it would be smart to equip a healing spell, like Heal from Afar, or even just this one, which is going to be a lot of healing for the amount of faith that we have. In theory, I should do that. In practice, it goes against the build, so I'm not gonna. Thank you for understanding. I'm also seeing less spells than I'm expecting, so... in theory, so maybe I should pay like a visit to what's his name? Muriel. Yeah, I should pay the turtle pub a visit. Allocate flask charges. Yep. I'm also gonna need like a sidearm as well, I think. The flamberge. We can't equip the flamberge. That's crazy. We can't. Yeah, that's kind. Yeah, I guess that is kind of a small problem with this build. Um, well, actually, no. Yeah, melody probably works. It's like a sidearm. Um, Ashes of War, rather than anything blood related. This one's got like a great range. Like, I kind of forget which of these two is the actual better spell. I mean, better Ash. Flame Skewer, I think, imbues your weapon. Both of these, like, can imbue your weapon with, like, fire. This one's got good range. But this one I think is a little more fun because it's pretty much Giant HUD. It's Giant HUD but fire, and Giant HUD is a pretty powerful Ash of War. So fire, yep, fire strength scaling. So I'm gonna do Flame Art, and that gives me and this gives me access to like actual, and this gives me access to actual words. And it gives me access to an actual arch heavy attack. Now, what do I want to equip? Now, since I'm actually using skill, since I'm going to be doing a lot of skill spamming in this build, Shard of Alexander. Yep, that's what we... Yep, that was the price we paid, or he paid to make us great, I suppose. Thank you for your sacrifice, Alexander. Two-headed turtle talisman, I think, just give us basically infinite stamina. Flock's canvas talisman. And talisman. Actually, let's see. I should check a talisman of. I should check a talisman of dread also works with fire. I mean, it works with lava, but no, it doesn't work with mesmer. Just magma stuff. So that's a rip to that. What else can I use here? I'm not gonna be getting as many. I don't think I'm gonna be getting as many stats breaks. So, oh yeah, the two-handed turtle talisman. I'm gonna be probably gonna be one-handing this weapon like a lot of the time. So yeah, I guess that's kind of the build mostly. I think that said, I have a lot of runes out of nowhere. Of course you do, Serge. Don't you remember how you were, farming a bunch of like late game, post game enemies, Serge? How many times did you kill that lone fire knight just for his fit? It's obvious that you're gonna have a lot of runes by the end. Come on, Serge. Think, Serge, think. Okay, so this is the first step. Logic says I should level my vigor and get that up nice and good. However, let's hit like the main soft cap 4 out 8th burst, shall we? I think that would be pretty fun, don't you think? Now, is there anything I'm missing? Anything at all? Doesn't seem to be. Nope. Good. Okay, good. So let's get so let's get the remaining part of the fit out of the way. Most likely one. Hello? Hello? Anyone there? Oh, right. Normally a bunch of like mesmerized or whatever, just fighting dudes there. So, hello, Blythe. You know, his armor set is actually very conducive. It's probably going to be pretty conducive to like a guts build. We want to turn left this way where we're going to see a spirit spring. And this is going to be like a dry test of the, actually, no, before I do that, I think I have the rooms to do so, but, Roderica, yes, I require your services.
I see.
Actually, do I have Ghost Glowers to pull this off? Yes, I do. Oh. Yeah. And I think that's pretty much the build. The main thing I think left is... The main thing left is I think, I really should stop letting my thoughts trail off like that. I guess the last thing is getting the remainder of the build. I think the iron rivet like helm, I think. Yeah, that's gonna be a big help. Although part of me is also wondering if I should, get this, if I should actually turn this into like an actual, turn this into an actual weapon. I forget where it is. I think it's either gonna be that scope. It's gonna be one of the catacomb. It's gonna be the catacomb with like the falling spike traps, the ones that land on your head. That's a pretty difficult one in my experience. But it is pretty fun to spawn into when you get like, when you get like, man, I gotta stop strike off like that. It's pretty fun when you're like invading people and you're in the catacombs because you kind of don't know what to do, or rather you can like set yourself up, just to catch them off guard. Hey. I know if this would work against, like, what's her name? Red Bear's Claw. Why did I use that when I was playing Marianne, bro? I don't know that it would actually, I don't know that it would work against, I don't know that it would work against, the one down here, not here, somewhere. Eastern Nameless Mausoleum. I don't know if it worked against, like, the Bloody Armor one, Rakshasa. I don't know if it would work. I don't know if it would work against her because, like, she can pretty easily outpose you, and because she deals a lot of damage, post-game damage in general, plus she's a bleed build, I don't know that it would work against her, so yeah. Okay, that's one down. Boom. Behold, the mighty dragon witch. She who will bring the whole world to the ground. I even have room to put on the jellyfish shield. Crazy. I think the gem. Although this technically means I can put on like a special buff, I think just like one more. If you want to be like optimal with damage, I think it's either Switch or Rakshasa. Shit, the Rakshasa. Smack or Mesmer's Helm, I suppose. Enhanced Fire Knight skills. Yep. Pretty sure both helms would enhance it. And in theory, both would actually be pretty better. They're both decent fits for the kind of helm you want. It's just that you won't be able to get that awesome hair. You won't be able to get Jalter's awesome hair, I think. I think this is what I see people commonly use for like hair. I could in theory also use like I could in theory also use the man, I completely forgot. What was I gonna say? Yeah, my train of thought was that, oh yeah, I could also use the braid hairstyle. Although technically the braid I think is more so Jeanne than Jalter. It does still look nice on both of them, I think. So actually, in fact, after I take out the Dancer too, why don't I do just that? Which way am I going? This way. You see where that giant crab is? That's going to be our next destination. Now, we have to be careful here not to alert the... what is it called? You know those, like, spirit-like enemies you see in some catacombs in the base game? Those, like, yeah, sentry shades. We have to be careful not to alert those. Not because they're like dangerous for you at this stage of the game. Technically, they are where they're like multi-tasking. Sure, I don't know. And I'm pretty sure they like do hemorrhaging as well with those like twin like swords or daggers they have, twin swords, dual swords they have, or curved swords possibly. They're just kind of willing to fight. Like, you can probably just like one-shot them with like endgame level stats, because you're just that much stronger than they are. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Let's go faster now. You fought the Dancer of Royal Valley. Now get ready for the Dancer of the Unending R1 attacks. Hey. This is too. Since anyone up in the air, we just don't care. Nope, no, you'll never either. This is also a pretty like nonsense weapon. This is also a specifically nonsense weapon for like what is it called? I think for doing invasions because you can actually just keep spamming the /4, and as long as your target isn't like smart enough to dodge or doesn't have enough isn't smart enough to time their dodge as well, which you really should. People really should do because you get this weapon from fighting Mesmer and spend enough time that the people still playing it and doing it online probably know a thing or two about like dodging the boss's movesets. But yeah, I think they can mitigate it. I think you have ways of mitigating that, I think. Yeah. Being that ways of mitigating that being that you just time your attacks well, you fighting tight spaces to make the force panic rolls, the usual. And it's a pretty it's just a very nonsense attack to deal with, I think. Yeah, you could probably boost the attacks through if you wanted to, and weren't afraid of if you wanted to boost your attacks. You could trade out one of these talismans for this moving talisman, but I don't know that I haven't done any of the big catacombs in this playthrough, so no or great sword. None of the sweets could have been that but I've seen none of that, I think. And that's probably something that I should probably definitely be doing. And before I do that, nope, I'm not allowed. Yeah, that is something correct. I think it was funny that the hardest one that I fought this playthrough was second hardest. Once with the poison, you just eat a lot of with the poison help to eat a lot of the attacks, just straight up. Now I think I should look for Smith's Script Talisman. I don't think I have it yet. Ruin Forge of Starfall past. I think. Wait, no, I think that's the one I already know. That's yeah, that's the one near North Rose, I think. Yeah, before I do that, I think I'm going to. Change my hairstyle. I think because I deserve it, Alter face and hair structure. That's the saber one. I guess that's kind of the shame of using this one armor, of using the Fire Knight armor set, is that you kind of won't see you won't get to see the full hairstyle, I think. Or I guess just any of them with capes, which is most of them. Yeah, this works. You know what, actually? Yeah, I think this kind of works. It is kind of like a dark knight type. It is kind of like a dark, like knightly type build that I have going on here. So I think this works. Yeah. Okay, let's now go to Room 4 to start all pass, which might be the one you get the meteor or greatsword from, I think. Let me check. Yep, meteor or greatsword, which is like, which I probably could have used more, like, at all if I wanted to. And then we let go of them. It did nothing wrong. It did nothing to earn my score or vengeance. Nah, that did, oh, steepest fall, not very. Let's activate the side of grace. We have 260k runes on this. Substantial number to lose. That's gonna be like an entire level up, I think. Yo, also, in case you were wondering what level this place was at, yeah, pretty low. There's the Smith's Crypt Sphere. I think you also put Smith's Crypt Circ as well, so... Okay. Oh, no, that must be gone. He stood no chance. Me, however, I don't like that. I built differently. Let's see anything here. No. The next step is please move forward towards me. Yeah, that's it. Now please keep remaining still. Yep, thank you kindly. Fire coding weapons into a dungeon of fire. This is a bit of a mistake. I can make it work, I think. In fact, I'm making it work right now. What's behind there? I think it's another golem. Yep. I expected a follow-up attack. This one is different. This one is very different. Very different indeed. I accept your challenge. I should probably have cast my boss cards for this fight, but it's not necessary. I mean, sure, I burned like 3 flags on, yeah, 3 flags on just this one, like, golem specific, on this one golem. No, it's not big enough to be a golem, I think it's minor. This one, like, stone miner specifically. Ow! Aww, he's like a little pit he's got on. Sorry, I won't interrupt the time much longer than this. In fact, I'll leave your little pets alive. You can have this one. Don't worry, I am a magnetic tarnished. A magnetic Elden Lord, if you will. And that's our prime objective. Let's see. Hi. A very magnanimous mind that I'm gonna let that one slide. You know what? Sure. Now, now, my good fellow, I don't think I've explained to you the tale of, I don't believe I've explained the tale of the French Revolution to you. It's quite an interesting topic. Well, you see, it was a long and complicated affair. Stemming from the differences in wealth disparity between the nobles and the people of France. So you see, okay, that's enough. I think I'll tell you, but glad you were doing my story time there. Okay, so what does that do? That opens another door. I feel like I'm also missing something. I should get a weapon or whatever, but because I'm still missing this good circuit. It's supposed to be somewhere. Then again, it could be over here. So yep, don't mind me. I'm just gonna grab this here item. And now, this one here. It burnt alive through no fault of mine. But this time I bring the fire too. However, yeah, I had no second point to that. Try on a message that's only accessible if you've already tried up. Beautiful. No boss, just nation me your great sword and a free level up and an ancient smithing stone talisman. And a free ancient words fail me. I'm actually gonna try doing this without the I'm actually gonna try this with the smithing talisman. But yeah, I think that's a lot of the prep work done. I have pretty much the whole build. There's no bosses down here left that I want to fight. And I don't feel like doing the Dancing Lion rematch by exploring the hidden side of, by exploring this hidden side. But I definitely will fight the flower again in New Game Plus, just to measure my abilities, as they say. Now, as for the base game, yeah, I think I've done pretty much all like the major bosses, the major content here as well. Let's pop down to the Church of Vows, say a little greeting and farewell to Muriel. And after that, I believe we'll begin the rest of the game in earnest.
Greetings. Oh, very well, let heresy all thing. Oh, very well, let us heresy all thing. Oh, very well, heresy all thing.
Study sorcery, we don't need that. Study incantations. Yep, we're gonna take this one, gonna take this one. Though I'm not actually intending to use these, the thunder ones, unless I get really, really mad at a boss. I think it would be good to have them as options, you know. This one too. This one might be useful for specific. Actually, no, it won't be. Yep, thank you for your help, Muriel. I think I'm gonna equip the shotgun flame spell as well, because I don't think you can have too many shotgun flame spells, you know? Now, what else was I gonna do? I just thought of something else I could totally do, and then it totally slipped my mind. It was something to do with fire, I think. It might have been to do with the DLC, but I don't think it was. It was just like something that I needed to check off the checklist. I think now I remember. I'm supposed to, I think just as another option to give myself. Yeah, can't sort. Weakness. Yep, I have the requirements to use it. Stone sheath sword. Let's see. My options are go to the very scary Fogreth catacombs. And Fogreth catacombs with the weapon drops. Ancient Dragon Knight's Cookbook. Isn't this the Death Knight Twin Axes, Blinkbolt Axe? Let's see, Black Knight Commander. Sadly not, it sadly doesn't seem to be the one that you get from, the Death Knight Twin Axes aren't, I don't think they're as good as the Death Knight Long-Haft Axe. Ash of War Blinkbolt, not terribly useful either, but it is pretty cool. I don't really want to go to the trouble of doing that. Don't really want to go through I don't really want to go through like a whole entire DLC catacombs because of how like because of how uh, dangerous how like labyrinthine those places are. I'm just seeing that there's an option in the ancient sword ruins of Raw. Let's see. Like, yeah, I think I also have an idea as well of what to do once I get these colors. I think the target is somewhere here. So is that what I think it was? No. I didn't even know there was an elevator. Yes, it was. Yes, it was the first plane. I think that's first. I'm pretty sure there's a good chance I'm going the wrong way too, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. I think I'm fine. Let's see. No, you didn't. There's an item here. Divine Bird alternative spell last time I used it. And in fact, that's just a deer. No, yes, it is the deer or a moose. I can't tell the difference. Did I actually get jump scared by a deer? Not really good at those today. Yep, somewhere in this area. Is a tower. That tower, that one I'm supposed to access. At least I believe that's the tower. Somewhere in this like general area is like, what's it called? Somewhere in this general area is the second, divine beast dancing lion. This time with Deathblight. Isn't that cool, Jack? Isn't that a cool addition? Boss with a really problematic camera, but now he also has that spawned the funny instant death status effect if you ignored him too long. I feel like there's something really interesting in there. I just can't prove it, Where's my rainbow stones? Alright. Cool. Temporarily boosts holy attacks. Wait, just let me just check something. Just let me check something. It reduces holy damage, no, sword fight and darkness on top of like general faith boosting stuff. It's holy damage boosting. You're going to boost your own holy damage or negates enemy holy damage. This latest sword I was interested in using as well, but it doesn't work for my use case either. Wow, I was about to explore a whole catacombs for like no reason. City core, and now I have it. Now I've given it the correct rating. Man, it's so lucky that I decided to check this one first. If I went all the way down to those single catacombs and saw, oh, it boosts how much holy damage enemies take on a build that's not going to use holy damage at all. Oh man, that would have been so embarrassing. But yeah, I should have helped myself first. Yeah, I should have gashed golden round. Let me check. Special buff. Shift forward and jaw, uplifting aromatic, starlight, The only other one I could use is like jump. I think the only like one I can use is like jellyfish shield, I think. There we go. And there's literally more pets to deal with as well. I can feel the spirit call to me. Wipe out all these pests. Hey. And also, I completely forgot to, do something. That's right, I forgot to record the funny shotgun spell. Nope. Come to think, flamethrowers don't inflict rot on you. Yes, in fairness, they inflict rot. It would be a more problematic spell. Like, there'd be no reason to use, like, Scarlet Aeonia now I think about it. Oh, a side of grace. I think the first thing I'm going to do is... The last thing I think I'm going to do in this run, before I formally start New Game Plus, is... I have everything I need, I think. The last thing I'm going to do is go through Scorpion River Catacombs, grab the... They fly now? They fly now. Yeah, grab these, go to the Scorpion River Catacombs, test all these scorpions that for some reason are always scarier now that they're flying in a slow, predictable manner. For some reason, that's more terrifying. I'm gonna grab this cookie up. And the tons of flames means we're approaching the catacomb. Is that? Yep. Golden Militiaman. Sorry, but I don't have time to deal with you guys. I think just go bother someone else. Go bother someone else, please. I'm afraid I have a date with whoever drops the Ancient Death Lightning, the Knight's Lightning Spear spell. Incantation. I'm gonna do this, start Medium Plus, then beeline straight to Stormvale. I don't need, technically speaking, I don't need Black Flame so much, but I'm gonna equip it anyways. Mostly because, like, no. I think I'm gonna need something for, like, high HP threats, you know? Rejuvenating policies, I'm going to need those. Is there anything down there worth it? No, that's a death drop. Or it's gonna clean most of my health and get whatever's down there is just gonna hit me immediately with perfect reaction timing, and then I'm gonna die. Yep, that's how these games work. Gotta be careful of your surroundings. Just like that. I'm pretty sure there's something down there too. Oh, and some of defense is tarnished. Works every time. Yep. Now, something terrible is waiting in this room for me. just a mediocre ambush, nothing to get too nervous about. Now down here, yeah, I'm just gonna explore these here catacombs, and I think I remember why these catacombs are scary. This is a really good catacombs for ambushes, by the way, and this might actually be the one that we need for like, was this the room? This might have been the room I was just in. And yeah, we're nearing the end of it, I think. I think this is the midpoint of it. Yep. You can see the bloodstains on the floor. Catch. Hey, buddy. What's up? Come on, let's do it again. Get dunked on, nerd. Yeah, okay, no, this wasn't the catacombs I was thinking of. I was just like, did I happen to go to the right catacombs because I was looking for something else? No, this one's totally separate. Let's get this item as well. Implying head, yep, that seems like a good item. Let's yep. And there's our prize. Now, because we're so far into a catacombs, we can't really leave it until we've, like, explored it. And we have too many rooms that simply dying is gonna be an inconvenience for us. So... yep, we're just gonna explore these catacombs right to the end. Yeah. Did I actually go the right planet? Yes, I did. It seems I did go the right place. So, nowhere else to go but down. I do wonder what boss is waiting for us. Probably a Death Knight. Now, this one's going to need a lot of running because we're going to be dealing with a lot of these Eyes of Death. Oh yeah, Stammstick Eyes of Death Perception. That's cool. Hello. sometimes in self-defense, sometimes when in this game, you just gotta go for it. Like that. Yeah, sometimes you just have to really like knuckle down and fully launch your attacks. That's a bad enemy combo. That's even worse, I think. Okay, that's the main problem. Enemies down. Now you have to figure out something about that guy up top. You know, the one who spawns... The one who magically spawns those, like, things, which is weird, evil little candle thingy. We do have a solution. There. That makes this place a little safer to explore. Oof. Am I going the right way? Yes, I probably am. Now run, run, run. I don't think there's anything else we need now. So this should be the boss room. Whatever is waiting for us is gonna be trouble, so... Oh, this might be the long afternoon, actually. Yep. Nope, no grab attack for you. Don't do grab attack, please. There. There, thank you. I think there was a lucky dodge there where, yeah, I think I got I got what I needed from this dungeon, and we get another look at a Godfrey's little mug there. Whoa. Oh yeah, I think another benefit I would have gotten to like, oh yeah, Rogier stuff. Another benefit I would have gotten to like, what's the word? Playing on PCs, that I would have been able to install like a mod that I think more accurately captures the character, like including her outfit, because I'm pretty sure that actually exists. I would have also made it so that I could like just take Mesmer Spear, copy it, give it strength skills instead of dex, and then boom, I can build strength faith pretty easily. But no, we don't have that option, so I'm gonna live with what we have. And with that done, I believe I know the perfect thing to round out the stream. Hmm. Yep, I'm gonna beeline straight to Stormville, I think. In fact, unless I'm gonna see if uh anything else I can need. I forgot to talk to Quila and Yolan, but that's fine. I don't actually need to use their weapons this run anyway, so. And I probably should have got figured out what the Divine Bird Warrior Ashes were. But again, I don't need that. I think I'm gonna use Florisax. Is it Florisax? That's your name, right, Florisax? Yeah. Now, time for some first, a little dry run of what this spell is capable of with just a bit of buffing. Hello, Brafted Scion. After reaching once more. Not a hit of damage taken. Beautiful. Oh, hey, oh, cool, my stream crashed. You totally missed my epic win against the Deck Knight. I really should get a better capture card one of these days. Yeah, because I think a lot of the technical issues I'm getting are probably because of that. Like, not getting like super high quality video, capture cards sometimes just not being recognized properly, etc., etc. I think a lot of the technical hiccups will be fixed, can be like fixed like that. So yeah. So 3 major foes to take down. I'm not even gonna talk to you this run. Oh, my capture card glitched again. What is going on? It seems this thing doesn't want to behave itself. Hello? Wow, this is gonna be a problem, I think. Match output FPS. It doesn't even go up to 60. That's crazy. Let's plug it in. Okay, awesome. That's a little better. Hello, Tree Sentinel. How are you today? I'm getting fine. Seems I need more practice, but no matter. Let's talk to the Christmas caravan guy again. Hello, merchant colony. Actually, no, what am I saying? I don't actually need to interact with you. Like, I can just make a game straight to Stormvale. Face down Margit. And then face down, what's her name? No, what's his name? Roderick. Yeah. First let's meet Melanie.
Have you heard of the thing they serve? But you, I can play turning root to aid you. You need only to the
Yep,
foot.
you're gonna be your girlfriend,
Settle.
and all I have to do is
Summon
take you to
me
the Earth
by
Tree and
grace.
help you burn it down eventually. Yep,
Torrent
sounds like a
has
great deal to
written.
me. Yep, let's make our way straight up. Yep, let's just ignore everything here. You're not our target today. Our target is something called Lander. A shard bearer, technically two, but only one of them is going to drop anything today. You activate that side race, backtrack to the church, and talk to Lady Ronnie. You know, just start the quest proper.
I am the wit. I'd heard tanned upon the talk thou art but call for. I was instructed torrents form. 'Tis a summon them with the spirits now it is that. Forgive I doubt wish. How long will he for the time?
And that's that. And let's go back up the hill. And just like that, hey, catch. Just utterly helpless against my funny endgame stats. Why am I getting so many item drops? Why are you all dropping items? Not even worrying like item drops today. Like even this guy. I even got a new item I didn't even have before. Somehow I blew up the, what's it called? Not a catapult, but like, somehow I blew up the ballista. Now I think this will be where the build gets made. I feel like I need a special buff. I'm almost tempted. Part of me is tempted to to wheel out the jellyfish shield just to really take up my damage.
I shall remember. Smoldering with thy meager flame. Cower in fear.
Okay. Mona's gonna wheel us out to top of the round, to top of the guys in the round table hold.
Torrent, whereas I'm in. There is, but I can take gathering place. Very well. Let my hand.
Now, I'm not gonna talk to anyone there, I think. At least not yet. Actually, I wonder if the winged serpent helm will cover our hair too. Yes, it does, and that doesn't work for our needs. That's too bad. Too bad, too bad, too bad. Let's go be a multi-armed demigod freak now. Gonna raid a castle. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna have fun. We're in the castle. I'm gonna ignore you. In fact, I could probably kill you right here and not lose my runes. When doing so, wait, if I like this time a jump or something stupid, but I'm not gonna, so be thankful. Yeet. I can see my avatar is all shocked again. Cat. Not a free item drop. Oh, try a little harder, please. I wonder. Hey, I can trigger the explosion. And yep, it deals quite a bit of damage to me as well. Yep, poke. Catch. Catch. Right between the eyes. One of these is the key. Yep. It's so nice being able to just like, I mean, it's fun, all, but I think one of the perks of New Game Plus is that you can just like go straight you have all the stats you like need for your playthrough, so you can go like straight from zone to zone. Like no need to deal with any secrets. You can just beeline straight for the major locations. Okay. Vanished Knight's Halberd. Wow, you can tell that I resisted the temptation to just like kill what's her name's dad. That guy who draws Vanished Knight Halberd +8. Pretty powerful weapon for this point in the game, I should say. Yep. Hop, skip, or jump. Straight down here. And we're going to alert the Horde going this way, but it's fine. Yep. What do you actually do if someone just like starts like cartwheeling around in your face? What's your counterplay to that? I'll tell you what, nothing to do. This way leads straight down to where what's it called? To that earth trees, to that tree spirit. Wow. That was kind of like an aerial battle if you think about it. Yep, that's the main problem. Enemy done and dusted. Let's definitely lose.
Tarnished, I am the fellow. I'm here by decree.
Because I do at least want to do a quest.
If you ask, you call the winds run. I'm certain for. Apologize, fellow down whatever. Apologize, fellow tar down whatever.
Yep. And now to finally finish off the run. I should be getting more damage as well from this somehow. Let's see, we're going to use attack, power of skills, throwing attacks, talismans. Maybe there's something else I need here. But then most people don't really. Did I remember to get the fire damage boosting talisman? No, I didn't. That's fine. I'll just do this instead. Since I'm not really using my incantations much so far, I can rely more on what's it called? More on my actual raw skills. Now, there you go, right? Yep.
of all that is. And one day, we'll return together,
Very nice and easy.
bathed in rays of gold.
And I think that's enough runes to level up. Alright, I think that's the step. I think that's the first step of the journey done. First, we'll step into the end, into Game Plus, as a real tarnished, soon-to-be Elden Lord. Now, I want to thank all of you for coming to my stream. I hope to see more of you guys in future streams as well. I think this sort of stuff is pretty fun. Let me just check. Let me reshape my camera. Yep. Excellent. So again, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to be back again tomorrow evening, most likely. As soon as I figure out how my camera works.
Filthy slug. Feel it.
Yep.
Feel it. Feel my bloody wrath.
Excellent. I mean, I think maybe I'll do away with the glasses until I think, because it's making my eyebrows look a bit disappear and look weird. Oh well. Oh, things to iron out later on. Again, thank you for tuning into the stream. I hope to see more of you guys tomorrow and Sunday, I believe. This time last time on Sunday I was too tired to stream, so I decided to stream on Friday because I got it at work early this time. Again, see you guys tomorrow, and until then, this is Serge signing off. Take